to the Late Look North. Hello, good evening. I'm Sharon Barbour. The NHS says more than 40,000 people have received treatment since it opened a network of urgent dental centres across the northeastern Cumbria. They're for anyone who needs an immediate appointment, and the dentist can treat conditions such as abscesses, tooth pain and broken fillings, even if the patients are registered privately. There are now 23 across the region, but as Helen Richardson has been finding out, they won't solve all the problems of NHS dentistry. She's been to the first urgent dental centre, which opened in Carlisle in 2024.
Scenes like this, long queues to get a place at a new dental practice, tell us that NHS dentistry is in crisis. But there are no queues here. This is Carlisle's Urgent Dental Access Centre. It looks like your typical dentist. We've got the waiting area, you've got treatment rooms, reception, and it is a typical dentist. None of these centres are newly built. The only difference is they're here for urgent treatment only.
This could be, acute problems like swellings, it could be infections. We see a lot of children here that can't see a regular dentist who are turning up with abscesses and infection. We've seen patients that have tried to do DIY dentistry because they're so desperate.
Hi,
Ronald came for help after he broke 2 teeth eating a hard nut.
Within 5 minutes I had an appointment, went straight in for my appointment, it wasn't delayed. They did the job and I came out within sort of less than 10 minutes and I was completely fixed.
This centre in Carlisle was one of the first of its kind to open in 2024. Shiv Pabari has worked here since day one.
I think it's professionally very rewarding. It's what we were trained for, and it's just a shame it's got to this stage at the moment where, dentists are walking away from the NHS. I've been an NHS dentist for 41 years and I'm really proud of it, and I want my younger colleagues to have a similar career journey as I've had.
There are now 23 urgent dental access centres across our region, costing the NHS almost £10 million. Since the first opened, more than 41,000 patients have been seen.
One of the good things is we're getting less patient complaints about urgent access to dentistry. It's made a difference. It's not the full story. It doesn't solve all the problems with dentistry, but it's making big inroads into it for people who are truly in pain and need seeing fairly soon.
Anyone can use an urgent dental access centre, even if they're registered privately, but they don't offer routine care and regular checkups. So while these centres are having an impact, we know they can't fix all of the problems with NHS dentistry. Helen Richardson, BBC Look North.
A Tyneside man who uses a stoma is campaigning for public places to provide emergency kits for people who need them. Andrew Parker is working with venues to make stoma packs available in public toilets. He's been praised by people around the world who say the idea could make a huge difference. At the moment, he's putting the kits together himself, but hopes that eventually they'll become more available.
What I'd like to see is major retailers throughout the country holding emergency stoma packs that are not produced by me, but produced by stoma product manufacturers. So, as an ostomy, if you are in a large shopping centre, you could go to a large retailer in the case of an emergency.
The government has announced plans to set up free breakfast clubs at 83 more schools in the northeast. It says it means 31,000 children across the region will benefit from healthy breakfast. Applications open today for schools not already signed up to join in September. Ministers say the Best Start clubs tackle the cost of living and help parents juggle work and family life. Now, houses for a fairy tale. A teaching assistant from County Durham got the surprise of her life when she found herself at her very own Bridgerton ball. Sarah Taylor from Chester Street is a huge fan of the period drama and was nominated for the promotional campaign by her friend Hannah. She thought she was on a first aid course, only to discover that a ballroom had been transformed with Bridgerton-esque dancers just for her.
At first I thought, oh my God, I've broken a door. And then I thought, I've interrupted somebody's wedding, so I tried to kind of cower into the corner where there wasn't a corner. I was just backing up and I was like, what is happening?
It's about time that she got something back in return for all of the good that she does for others. She just totally deserves it.
Oh, what a good friend. To football now, and it's January transfer deadline day. You can see all the details of all the deals on BBC Sport Online. But Sunderland was in Premier League action tonight against strugglers Burnley at the Stadium of Light. Within the first 32 minutes, Sunderland were 2 goals up. In the end, the Black Cats extended their unbeaten run at home with a 3-0 win over Burnley. Now it's time to get the weather prospects for tomorrow. Here's Paul Mooney.
Good evening. As we head through the rest of this week, not a great deal changes. Cool easterly winds, a lot of cloud around generally, some patchy rain, a little bit of hill snow as well. That sets the scene for tonight. A lot of cloud generally, some patchy rain, a little bit, maybe a few flakes of snow over the tops of the hills. Any gaps in the cloud will be restricted to western parts of Cumbria, where we might just see a touch of frost, but most places see the temperatures dip down to about 3 or 4 Celsius in that gusty easterly wind. More of the same tomorrow. A lot of cloud around from the word go. Best chance of any breaks, western parts of Cumbria. Again, get that cold easterly wind, quite strong and gusty. Temperatures a bit cooler tomorrow as well. So with a little bit of hill snow, we're looking at temperatures peaking around about 4 or 5 Celsius. Some more widespread sleet and hill snow tomorrow night. Back to patchy rain for Wednesday and Thursday.
Nice to see the snowdrops, though. That's all from the late team. You can keep up to date with everything online, but from all of us, have a good night and sleep well. Bye-bye.